Hello and welcome back to Being British Ironically. Let's unpause that. So we're going to play some video. I'm back in the country now, so welcome everybody to the stream. I've been away. I was within the country, as in within Britain, but not in England, as I was in Scotland. Scotland in many ways is very based, but it is also very cringe. So it's an interesting mix, just like here. Anyway, this game is Talmit's Adventure that I'm going to be playing, but I'd rather just chat to you. Effectively, the video game is largely just going to be background. Because, I've been away for a while. I haven't talked to a lot of you, and strange things have happened in the world since then. So prepare for me to get demonetized, because I don't know if Chris Chan fucking his mum caused the Taliban to regain control of Afghanistan, but... there's certainly correlation. Whether causation is there or not, we don't know. But certainly correlation. So this is not a particularly easy game. In fact, it's rather difficult. But here we go. Let me know if the game's too loud. It makes kind of an annoying beeping noise when the text is coming up on the screen. Other than that, this game has a theme park theme, ironically enough, a theme. So the fact it's called Coney, I think is rather amusing. The situation caused a butterfly effect that led to the situation in Afghanistan. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Right, that's certainly too loud because I can hear it through my headphones, which are really close to the mic. If I move my headphones actually further away from the mic, I can't because the cord for them isn't very long. Are you still up for the Chris Chan role in the biopic? Fuck no. It's amazing how much I don't want to do that now. That I can't put into words how much I don't ever want to do that film anymore. Because before I found Chris to be a fascinating person. And then he raped his dementia-addled mother. And that ruined everything. The world is a significantly worse place. Does anyone give a shit about this storyline? Like, there's a lot going on effectively to just set up the average story of just save the princess and the other fairies. It's basically Super Mario Brothers. I don't know why we're taking this long to set up the world and all this. I feel like they wouldn't have started the original Mario off like this, even if they'd had the opportunity. I seem to have an option with the game where it's basically either completely silent. Well, I say either. I'm actually going to say three things, but it's either completely silent, unbelievably loud, or just about audible. I'm going to go with just about audible, I think. But it doesn't matter. You know, it's... I'm not going to worry too much about whether or not you can hear the game, to be honest. It doesn't matter to me tremendously. So at some point, not tonight, but at some point soon, I would like to do a stream just kind of breaking down the entire scenario involving Chris Chan and all that business. Because I think it would be really, really fascinating to break it all down, because there's so many videos talking about different facets of it. And there's Isabella. I don't know if it's janky or janky. Everyone keeps saying janky, but that sounds wrong to me. It could even be yank, I don't know. But I'll look up the pronunciation. But all that business, there's hundreds of different videos. And I'm not certain. They might have done. But to the best of my knowledge, I haven't found anyone who's put it all in one concise place, and I'd quite like to do that on a stream, just sort of break the whole thing down from their sort of early conversations with each other to where we are now, and you know, the whole her not going to jail for bullying someone to suicide because her parents glow in the dark. So that's going to be a whole thing to discuss, which I don't think looking forward to is the right phrase, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel like I might be an appropriate person to do it, as I've sort of been quite invested in this for years. You know, I love playing video, but I don't think anyone on the internet associates me with it. You know, there's no one who's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that plays all those video games. I'm like, nobody knows about me playing video games. I think it's very much a niche thing that I do here. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do this stream drunk. I think I'll do it sober, because I think it's important to keep a level head when you're discussing such extreme darkness. I had a moment today at work, actually, because I'm back from Scotland now, and I was at work with straight into the water with my friend, and I was just making casual conversation, and I was just sort of being silly, and I went, I think I was doing made up a little song or something, and then just ended in me going, Chris Chan fucked his mum, and he was like, wait, who's Chris Chan? And that was an adventure, because I begged him, you know, I begged him to ask no more questions, but he really wanted to know who Chris Chan was and all this stuff, and it was weird, because I didn't really know where to start, and I ended up just I glossed over a lot of things. Obviously I would have taken all day, but I sort of covered a lot of the main points, sort of beginning with the bear mishearing the name Christopher, going right through the sonic boom and the blue arms and all this, and Michael Snyder getting run over, and God, it was a journey to discuss all of that in one go with one of my colleagues. Well, there wasn't time in one go because we were busy at work, but we kept sort of returning to the tale throughout the day. Oh, I thought I had wings. I don't know why I thought I'd got wings on. I haven't. But I find talking about Chris interesting when you're talking about, you know, Sonichu and all of that stuff, and you know, Merrily Walsh and all of that. But it just reaches a point where the fun stops, like way before the elder abuse and the incest and all that shit. Way before any of that, it reaches a point where it stops being fun, and that's sort of, I'd say once you hit kind of the Tom Girl era, it just starts to fall apart. I really should have cancelled the show before all of that kicked off. So I've always rather liked these levels, the roller coaster ones. The music's quite nice on this level. You probably can't hear it, but it's a bit of a banger. I might just turn the in-game music up on OBS, actually. That's probably the smart thing to do, isn't it? See if that's done anything. don't know why I'm looking at my microphone when jumping. That's a bad idea. I should look at the screen. And yes, I definitely want to sort of discuss my thoughts on the whole current kind of, not really trolling saga, but rather the extremely dark saga that's begun. No, who's drowning me out? Fantastic. What the fuck even is life? Alright, let's try there. I mean, if someone trying to explain bionicle law to a random person, especially explaining Christian law. Yeah, honestly, it's... You're worried you're going to blow somebody's mind when you try to tell them a little bit about Chris. Alright, people seem to be happy with this level of audio, so hurrah! We're finally at a point that people like. So if anyone doesn't know, I recently went off on a 5-day intensive course for movie and stage fighting with swords and unarmed and stuff like that. Got a very high mark, got... even though it was 3 different styles, it was rapier and gauntlet, single sword and unarmed. The rapier and gauntlet and single sword are put into 1 exam, which is 1 grade, which is armed, and the unarmed gets a grade as well. I got distinctions for both, so I'm really, really happy about that. So I've been sort of trying to celebrate. It's not been easy to find ways to celebrate when, of course, we're not locked down anymore, but things are still a bit difficult. But if you're on the Patreon, you may have seen the. You may have seen the video of us doing some fight rehearsal before the exam. It's not as good as what we did in the exam, obviously, but you can't legally record the exam. But there's the guy I'm working with is a 6'2.5" former rugby coach, intimidating guy, and he just slams me to the ground on the stage at one point. And it's such a great moment to watch. I find it very satisfying. And that's the masochist in me. It didn't hurt, of course. It was all phony, but I think it looks great. Yeah, I'm studying quite hard to get to be able to do these sorts of roles, because basically I've spent years wanting to play those sorts of characters, you know, classic monsters and swashbuckling villains and all this sort of stuff, and I don't think I look quite right to play heroes, but villains and things, and I think, well, I've not really put the effort in to learn all of it, so I'm doing all of that now. It's costing me a bit of cash, but I think it's worth it. Oh, crap. These bricks, they disappear. Okay, he's quite literally studying the blade. Yeah, I'm going to get one of those incel ponytails. You know, how best to describe it? So there was a chap, and he was amazingly well dressed. I saw going into a restaurant recently, and he looked fantastic. He had a little bowler hat and this beautiful suit. And I thought, you know, that's a great, you know, he wasn't the most handsome chap I've ever seen, but he certainly wasn't, you know, ugly by any means. I thought that's a chap who I imagine the women rather like, if he's that way inclined. Regardless, you know, fantastic suit, lovely umbrella, all these different things. He's just very well dressed. You know, that's a guy who's taking care of himself. It just fell apart when he took off his hat, and he had the kind of ponytail where, you know, you're really receding at the front, and pulling it back makes it even worse. He had the sort of ponytail that made him look like he calls women females, and just from that, I knew that he doesn't get laid. Just from his hair. And I thought, if you shaved your head, committed to the sort of classy bald guy look, he'd probably do alright. Without knowing this guy, very cruel to judge him, but you know what I mean by the incel ponytail. You absolutely know. Don't act like you don't. Suddenly all the classy old-fashioned clothes just made him look weird. Very much sort of Katana collection kind of guy, you know? I should be reading the rules, really. Okay, attack with any button, block with the joypad. Alright. Oh, crap. Alright, so let's have a look. We've got scissors, go on, stone. Oh. Volcel. Yeah, completely Volcel if you do that to your hair, I think. Gotta be quick on the draw with these. Didn't give him a chance to block there, lovely. This is some weeb shit here, isn't it? Do I have a spinning tail? Yes, alright, cool. I should be able to catch a few stars before they get... Basically, once they hit something, they become small, and they don't give you anywhere near as many points, so just try and get them all up in the air. Well, that could have gone significantly better. Still, not horrendous. I've got 20 points there. Gonna kiss you on the S, though she doesn't quite like you, yeah. You've been single S-zoned, my guy. There's all of these hidden doors in the game. So there's speed through the levels a little bit. Normally I wouldn't see the point in that, but the game's rather long, so... So for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just goes with the whole theme park kind of vibe, but the person asking in the chat, the servants of the bad guy King Mole all seem to be into playing mini games with you. So I have no idea why they you don't have boss fights instead, but there's only one boss fight in the game, which is the final boss. The rest are sort of mini games like that. Stick this in my cowabunga. What the hell? There's poop in my cowabungus. Baby, you're so fine. Let's go home and watch the complete series of Atop the Fourth Wall. Oh crap! What's through this door? I really don't know. Oh, I hate waterfalls in old games. I really do. Right. That bit you can't do. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to punch the microphone there. That bit you can't actually do if you've not got the clone tail thing. I don't actually know what this power-up's called. I always called it the tail when I was a kid. can I break through this wall? No. Alright, I better get the fuck out of here when I've still got wings. They don't last very long. Oh, more of those. Gimme. Oh, bollocks. Oh, this is not very forgiving, is it? Right. Okay, here we go. It's one of those interesting games I go back to now as an adult and think, it's not that good. You know what I mean? I really liked this when I was a kid, though. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between Scotland and England, because I was in Scotland, and it's weird how it's basically two principalities of the same larger country, which is Britain. Although they also count as individual countries, it's all very confusing. So their university is free, apparently. They don't have to pay. Now, obviously nothing's ever free, taxes are a thing, but they don't have to pay for their university, which I thought was mental, considering university here is a minimum of £9,000 a year, which is, I think, about 13 or 14,000 US dollars. They can even get bursaries, so they end up getting paid to go to uni. Not only that, their prescriptions are free. So if you want medicine, you get prescription medicine from your doctor, doesn't cost you dick. So that confused the shit out of me. And weirdest of all, they don't have to pay water bills. So when they use water in their house, take a shower or whatever, it's just free. Who's providing them that water? I don't fucking know. Weird. So all these different things that made me think, God, Scotland's better, isn't it? But, fuck me, they've got strict alcohol laws over there. I was really shocked. So, you can't drink a beer in the street. Which is, okay, I guess, not fair enough, but, like, I get it. It's like, okay, can lead to sort of unruly behaviour and things. But, you know, where we run the boats from at my work, there's a bar. So, one of my little pleasures after a long, hard day of doing many, many tours, pushing very heavy boats, I like to grab a beer from the fridge and drink it on my way home. Can't do that in Scotland. But not only can you not drink in the street, you can't drink on the beach either. So areas where there are beaches, and I was staying where there was a beach, you can't sit on the beach and have a beer. What's the point of going to the beach if you can't have a cold beer in the sun? So that's completely illegal. It gets worse. You can't sit in the... I actually had to look some of these up, because I thought the Scots, when they were telling me them, were winding me up, saying, oh, so a bit of stupid English bastard belief. No, this was real. This was true, this stuff. You can't sit in the fucking passenger seat of a car without getting the driver in trouble. If you've got an open tin of beer or other sort of alcoholic container, like a wine bottle or something. The booze is much more expensive over there as well. They have an alcohol tax, which is one of the reasons they're able to pay for so many things. But worst of all, absolute worst thing about it is, unless you're in a bar or club, so when it comes to like the supermarket or the off license, you cannot buy alcohol after 10 p.m. You can't go to the Tesco or the local garage and pick up a bottle of wine at 3 o'clock in the morning because you've just been kicked out of a nightclub and you want to keep the party going. You absolutely cannot do that in Scotland. Now, I can't tell you how many of my house parties have been fueled by the 3 a.m. Garage booze. Okay, it's 3-4 o'clock in the morning. No one's sleeping. We need to get more booze. 10 o'clock? 10. If they'd made it midnight or something, I think it was ridiculous. But I was like, okay, yeah, fine. 10 o'clock though. Do you know what I mean? Drinking. It's not like they're. It's not like it's something kids do. They're all over 18 if they're drinking, if they're buying booze legally in the shops. So you can't do it after 10. Fucking obscene. Absolutely ridiculous. It's created a very unhealthy drinking culture, where people are only really drinking in the clubs now or hoarding the booze and drinking at home. Yeah, so So I was talking to one of my friends about it at work. He's a student, so he was saying, "Oh, I don't drink all that much," which is bullshit. I've seen how much he puts away, but he, you know. All right, so I've got to fill the balloon to pop the one over the fish guy. That one's not doing dick. Let's find another one. That's making it worse. Do any of these deflate my one? No! Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, this is bad. Fuck me, none of these deflate my one at all. Don't think any of them fucking deflate. What the hell? There we go. One of them's meant to deflate mine. Jesus, that was terrifying. I was like, I don't have to do the whole fucking level again. You can hear me like hammering on the buttons here. So yeah, he said that he'd much rather, you know, this chap who's a student at my work, he said he'd much rather have free tuition and strict alcohol laws, but I said I'd prefer freedom over penny pinching. So it's different strokes for different folks, I suppose. You know, it is nice that they get free tuition and free medicine and things like that, but I think to not be able to buy booze in a shop, you know, in the early hours of the morning, or not to be able to have a beer on the beach, I think that's mad. That is insanity. It's not healthy. Thank you very much, E. Gordbort, for the $20. Really appreciate that. He says, "Here's some money to pay for all the beach drinking you missed out on in Scotland, LOL." Well, thank you. I do live near a beach here in Kent, so I can drink on the beach because, you know, it's not illegal for some reason here. Oh, and the free water, of course, I forgot about. Yeah, they don't have to pay for their water supply up there. But I just think, like, how do they not go back? How does their economy not just collapse? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, who's giving out free water? Okay, so here's the obligatory sweets level anyway. I don't know how many side-scrolling platform games from the 80s and 90s have a sweet level. I think it's actually required. Linkara versus Chris Chan to the death. So Chris Chan has psychic powers, obviously, and can sort of channel, you know, the strength of Magi-Chan and Sonichu. But Linkara's got a magic gun. I'm not sure where he purchased it, and he's also got a spaceship apparently. And basically everything else his absurd plots require him to have, like Christian. I actually think they would fight for all eternity. It'd be the real Infinity War, you know. We just get an F in the chat for Telmet, that'd be appreciated. Perhaps the reason they don't allow you to do any real drinking in Scotland is because they're trying to get everyone to drink the water. So this water's amazing, it's free, drink this instead. Probably put some kind of secret chemical in there to turn them all communist. Everyone's talking about who would win in a fight between Linkara and Christian, but no one's talking about who they'd like, you know, who they'd most like to fuck out of those two. And rightfully so, please don't talk about that. Thank you for all the Fs, guys, appreciate it. like a lot of games from this era, you know, it's one hit and you're dead. I don't think you can get invincibility of any kind. I think you have a little bit of post-respawn invulnerability, but that's it. So yeah, it's a rather difficult game. Yeah, a little bit of the old post-respawn there. Thank you, E. Gordbort, for the greatest F of all. The super chatted F. Thank you very much. Perhaps they put chemicals in the water to make the Scots more compliant so they're okay with their absurd alcohol laws. No, Kenzie, I did not watch that, but it sounds amazing. I'll probably watch it later if it's something that's available on YouTube. I'll probably watch it after the stream. Why did I jump directly into that smokestack? That was just stupidity on my part. I really had no excuse for that. I'm just going to use the age-old excuse of I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. I'm not a multitasker. Even though at work I'm, you know, steering an enormous heavy boat and talking all day. That's not the same. That's not multitasking. This is multitasking and I can't do it. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Cool, I'll check it out on YouTube. Should be concentrating a little now, because I don't want to keep repeating this part. So any more Fs would be appreciated. Oh my god, I'm dreadful at this. Wow. Like again, it's not a particularly easy game, but still. Oh, that's annoying. So here's an interesting... people are talking about... I will finish the sentence eventually. People are talking about Channel Awesome, and... So, did any of you grow up watching Channel Awesome? And if so, which creators did you watch? And do you still watch any of them now that Channel Awesome has kind of disbanded? I mean, I know it hasn't, but you know, no one worth watching still on there. Do you watch any of those old creators still? I genuinely think, someone mentioned Iron Brew in the chat, I genuinely think Scots drink that to make a point that they don't actually like it. Like, they convince themselves they like it, but no one could actually enjoy that crap. Like, it is disgusting. Like, the flavour is indescribable. Like, what the fuck does Iron Brew even taste like? They just drink it because it's made there, you know? It's like, hey, it's good because it's Scottish. Like, that's it. That's the logic. Don't need any of your English bastard drinks. Good old-fashioned Iron Brew. Tastes like pish, and I love it. But there's no reason to drink Iron Brew. Like, there's plenty else to drink. Hell, their tap water is nice. Just drink that. Just drink the tap water, bigot. Ah, damn it, I missed it. Thank you, Rotten Thoughts, for the $5. Very much appreciated. Technically, I'm not allowed to drink on my job, but it's 24/7 caregiving on site, and my clients are abusive. So I booze like a liquor hound whenever. That's pretty based, my guy. Appreciate that. Now, you gotta have a little booze at work, you know? As long as you're not operating heavy machinery. The second I, like... Because again, there's a bar right where I work. The second I clock out, I'm just straight to the bar. I'm just like, right, there we go. I think it's the first day I've been completely booze free in like a month. But as far as the Channel Awesome stuff goes, like I watched a bit of Nostalgia Critic back in the day. I was big into Spoonie. I really liked Spoonie, and who else did I watch? Phaelus. I liked Phaelus. I kind of liked Mike Jevons, just because he talked a lot about sequels, and I don't know, something about bad movie sequels I've always kind of enjoyed talking about. There were other guys on there I hated, though, and thought they were cringe, even at the time. Never liked Nostalgia Chick, never liked Film Brain. I used to like Cinema Snob, but everyone hates him now, and like, all I can figure out is that he had a bit of a bad attitude about the whole Not So Awesome documents. That's all I've been able to suss out about him. I don't know if he did anything else really bad, but whoops. You know when you, to piss people off, you squat down very low and say the word Among Us. Perhaps that's just me. I got my friend really bad at work yesterday when I was first proper shift back. And I remember we were just talking and we were just being silly, and I was just like, "Hi, I'm actually from Cucamonga." I was like, "Look it up, it's a real place." And I knew I'd get him, and he was just like, "Oh, what language do they speak in Cucamonga?" And I immediately got my knees ready for the biggest, deepest squat I could, below parallel with my butt as close to the ground as possible. I was like, "Cucamongas." He was fucking furious. He was kicking things and yelling at me. It was just like, you know, little Jesse Pinkman, can't keep getting away with it kind of thing. Somebody in the chat mentioned that they didn't realize there was anyone else on Channel Awesome except for Doug Walker, and that's true. I had this, one of the issues with it was the website was called thatguywiththeglasses.com initially. It was his face on all the branding. And to find half the creators, it was this whole sort of navigation of sub-menus. Just not worth it. Like, I used to watch Spoonie's stuff on his own site in the end. Spoonie's a fucking sad story. Like, a lot of it's self-inflicted, but I don't know, I feel kind of bad for the guy. Have you seen what Film Brain looks like nowadays? No, I always hated Film Brain. I don't think I could tolerate listening to him talk. No one ever brings up the fucking Jeremy Clarkson thing with him either. Everyone's always just like, everyone's always just like, "I'm so excited!" No one ever mentions that when he actually talks on his reviews, he talks like this! Every sentence ends with the same cadence! And it's really infuriating. Like, no one ever brings that up. I mean, like, it's the single most annoying thing about him. And yet no one ever brings it up about him. They just make fun of his general high-pitched cheerfulness. I'm like, really? You're not going to make fun of him having the fucking worst voice of anyone in Channel Awesome? So the physics here actually makes sense because you have to run back forwards to make it go backwards. I was always annoyed on Sonic on Master System that you have to run the same direction as the log in the jungle stage when you wanted to make it turn. Yeah, I've not got many clones left. Alright. Clone this. Annoying. What kind of accent does Film Brain have? I don't know. somewhere in England. I don't recognise it. Something English. I can't really put my finger on it. Phil Murray's voice is more intolerable than Chris Chan's. I agree. I think he has absolutely the worst voice of anyone affiliated with Channel Awesome, and one of the worst voices on the internet. It's weird how I think I have a very different opinion on what makes a good or bad voice. Sometimes I think I'm just kind of living in a crazy world, because people, obviously everyone's got their own opinion, but the amount of people who disagree with me on voices is so strange. I remember recently I did a live stream about bad horror channels on YouTube, and I thought it was universally accepted that Chills had a terrible voice. Like, you know, before I knew who he was, I would always look for sort of scary, you know, spooky content, finding out about, you know, urban legends and cryptids and stuff. I always sort of look for that sort of thing, and without realizing it was him, I'd just hear the number 15, this fucking guy, and turn it off. But the only people that got really fucking defensive in the comments on that stream. Like, I personally, yeah, I might have said you know, I may have gone too far in a few places. I might have said a few mean things, but I thought I was quite restrained, particularly how bad his voice actually is. And yet, for whatever reason, people got super defensive about his voice. I don't know. I think a lot of people on YouTube just sound dreadful. I think you're working effectively, you're an entertainer, you're entertaining the public, and there's no kind of attempt to properly enunciate, no skills for, you know, public speaking, elocution. You sound like shit, and I just think you're meant to be trying to entertain people, and you sound like that. I had the same thing when I watched Morgs for the first time. By all accounts, apparently Morgs is a lovely young man, but I found his content obnoxious, as most people do, but his voice was really what grated me. I thought, why is anyone subscribed to this guy? Why would anyone want this voice talking to them? Why is this person allowed to broadcast when they sound like that? But I don't know, my attitude is not common. I thought it would be. You know, I think most people assume everyone thinks like them. I think we're all a little bit narcissistic that way, aren't we? But what the fuck was I talking about? I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. But yeah, maybe it gets called elitist, that sort of thinking. But I don't know. I'm not certain that it's elitist. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes, by mistake, I misread one of your comments there, Agent Paradox. Do excuse me. And again, like, another one was Creeps McPaster. Now, before, you know, there's no point in discussing Creeps McPaster and about what he did, because but regardless. You know, his voice I always thought was terrible. And that was a weird one, because at least with Chills it's kind of 50-50. A lot of people are like, yeah, I think his voice is weird. And there's a lot of, oh, that's not where I want to be, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, Area 6. Okay, cool. There's a... There's a lot of people who like his voice and a lot of people who don't. But as far as Chris Pasta goes, I always thought his voice was terrible. Man, I have skipped ahead a lot of shit here. I'm back here. What the fuck is happening? This is chaos. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I always thought Cruise Passes sounded kind of silly, you know, again, sort of like somebody said in the chat, like sort of congested, yeah, like he's eating with his mouth full, eating with his mouth full, talking with his mouth full, and I don't like his accent either, and that makes me sound very prejudiced. I know I make a lot of jokes about northern people, honestly nothing against northern people, nothing against people from anywhere really, except Boston. But I'm not a big fan of a lot of the northern accents. I don't think they sound very authoritative, you know. I think they sound quite What's the worst kind of English accent? I think within the UK, certainly within England, the worst one is probably. It's difficult to say. It's definitely somewhere in the north. Probably Liverpool. Although again, Liverpool, like most cities, has multiple different versions. You've got particularly got your sort of upper class and your more working class accent. But the sort of working class Liverpool accent is quite repugnant to my ears. Newcastle is pretty bad as well. No disrespect to Santa Cruz for past. Just like that aged well. Just long fucking lost track of where I'm supposed to be going at this point. I got my best pal with a D's nuts. Did my best Cossack dance just to flex. He was devastated. Oh my god, please tell the full story. I want to know exactly, like word for word, how you got him. Was it as good as my pal with the Sugandese bar? No! I'm back at the first fucking level! You've got to be kidding! Okay, it's let me back. Alright, that's cool. It is strange, isn't it, how many accents there are in England? By rights, there shouldn't be as many. I know there's quite a lot of countryside between different areas to sort of separate people up into groups, but even so, it's weird as hell, in my opinion, that there are so many different ways to speak in England. I agree with you, Vince 12. It's difficult to say he did it. He did it, though. But... you know, I can't say that in a court of law by any means. I can say it here on the internet. He did it. Fuck me. I'm so bad at this game. I mean, it's not a particularly easy game, but I'm by no means skilled at it. So you certainly wouldn't want me to do a speed run. You know. How have I done that? I think I'm actually retarded. I think that's the problem. Someone had a go at me for using that word the other day, and I keep forgetting. So I apologize for using it just now. I keep forgetting you're not supposed to say it anymore. One of those weird things, isn't it? Language changes and stuff. My apologies. Ah! I knew that was coming as well. Game over soon. That's okay. Straight onto the fucking spikes. Not an easy game. Password aren't, apparently. Lovely. Yeah, not an easy game. But yeah, I think Geordie is the worst. Yeah, Geordie's the worst accent, I think. Probably then Scouse. Cockney, I don't think is that bad. Someone said, "Oh, I thought you'd say Cockney." Cockney is annoying, but it's not horrendous. I just farted, by the way. I thought I'd share that with all of you. But yeah, Cockney's bad, but there are worse accents out there. There are things about Cockney that annoy me. Any English dialect that replaces the TH sound with an F and the hard TH with a V just sounds lazy and it shouldn't be accepted. Like when Logan was in speech therapy, they said, "Oh, we don't," because I was saying, "Oh, he's picked up this habit and I want you to try and break him out of it." They said, "Oh, we don't normally teach that because it's considered like a cultural thing." And I was like, "It's not culture to speak incorrectly." Like, TH is th, hard TH is the. Alright, it's not f and v. Alright, that's not a cultural thing, that's being too lazy to speak properly. He was already in speech therapy anyway, so I was like, well, surely you can fix this. Well, once I gave them permission, they did, but... I don't know. Oh! I feared I wasn't going to make that. I am bad at this game. Whoa, bloody hell. Alright, let's go over. Thank you very much, E. Gordbort, again. You are feeling generous tonight. So glad that I was there. I could do that. Let's pause this so I can read the super chat. Thank you for the $10. F, 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 F. Take these Fs in advance. You'll need them. You're absolutely right. I've died so many times on this game. It is, as I've said a few times now. Well, the spikes are falling as well. Great. It's not a particularly easy game. Oh, man. Fucking tiny ass gap I've got to get through up there. And the ground is naturally made of ice, because why wouldn't it be? Straight into the spikes. Brilliant. That's not an accent thing. You not knowing how to pronounce your THs, I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're from. There's a correct way to pronounce your THs. It's as simple as that. If you're an English speaker, obviously I know there are other languages where TH is pronounced differently. But if you're an English speaker, that's how TH is pronounced. That's not an accent thing. That's a lazy, can't be asked to learn way of speaking. You know, so, oh, it's just how they talk around here. No, it's how stupid people talk around here. None of my old school friends spoke like that. And they're all from around here. I was educated around here. It's ridiculous. No, I refuse to accept that's an acceptable cultural thing. So yeah, you can imply I'm a hypocrite in the chat if you like, but I don't see that I am. Plus, I don't believe I said I had nothing against different accents. I said I have nothing against people. I have nothing against northern people. Their accents I largely dislike. I think this level would be tolerable if the ground wasn't made of fucking ice. Like, it's the one that it just ruins the whole stage. Yeah, just put water there. Like, of course, Talmud cannot swim. Fuck. Man, they do not want you to pass this level, do they? Great. Jumped straight into the lava. Oh, you're playing Donkey Kong Country 2. You're probably having significantly more fun than I am. I don't think I'm getting out of this stage, guys. Let's be real. I think we are probably going to end our Talmud adventure here. So I don't see me passing this stage. One of the important things in life is understanding your own limitations. I don't believe I have the necessary skill. So, I undershot the jump last time, and you saw I ended in the lava. I overshot it this time and ended in the spikes. We're going to go a different way this time. We're going to go down. Because we've been going up every single time. We're going to see what the down path has to offer, if anything interesting or unique. Oh, that guy's got bombs. Let's keep the fuck away from him. And the Gorgon head as well. Okay, that's not anything useful at the moment. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Ah, of course I had fucking wings on, didn't I? Thank you, Rotten Thoughts. We were talking about mind goblins, OCT rules. But during the conversation, I had said to him, "Hey, dude, mind gobbling these nuts? Fuck me, that's beautiful." I think you might actually be a genius. Yeah, I should probably let my wings run out of juice before I attempt that part at the end there. Fuck it. Saw an opportunity, took it. Right, okay. Oh, bollocks. Oh my god, I hate this stage. I hate it so much. I have nothing positive to say about this. It just takes me back here as well. It was just an alternate route to this bit. We are never getting out of here alive. It's not going to happen. I don't know how to make that jump. I either overshoot or undershoot. I'm not certain how to make that jump. Simple as that. I don't think I can do it. Because every single time I've attempted it, I've died. I've either undershot or overshot. There must be a very precise way to do it. Oh fuck, oh fuck! Damn it! Not a precise way, but I don't think I can, especially on an emulator, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without the actual controller. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the input exactly as it's required of me. Oh fuck, wrong one, wrong one! That was very close. Not that it matters because I'm at fucking 0 lives now. Yeah. I might call it a day there, guys. Let's not continue, but let's instead we'll enter that and then go to a different stage. Because we missed some. We didn't actually get to see the conclusion to World 3, so let's have a go at that. I remember this being quite difficult for World 3, but we'll have a go. Just an enemy in the first treasure chest. Perfect. What a game. I don't feel like good people made this game. This game was made with malice. Absolutely certain of that, yeah. It was made with contempt, yeah. Just like, in a different way to the way Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was made with contempt. That was made with contempt for fans of the original games. This, on the other hand, was made with contempt for, you know, the human species. This feels like Harlan Ellison made a game. Actually, Harlan Ellison did make a game, and, you know, kind of feels like this. There's a dude with a spear there, I have to remember that this time. The fun thing is, like, the early levels, because they're a bit less punishing, do feel quite rewarding. If you die on the earlier stages, it tend to feel like it's my own fault, you know. Oh, I think this is where I was earlier, isn't it? Where it takes me through like a warp, yeah. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Oh well. I wanted to just show you guys the mini game for that area. Doesn't matter. Too many warps in this game. Yay, the ice. This is where I want to be. My absolute favourite portion of the game. Thank you very much, Goldbot, for the $5 again. Very generous. Reasons this game was made: spite, malice, revenge, boredom, profit. Oh my god, why is this so fucking precise? Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate everything about this. Okay, please let there be a checkpoint here, because I'm definitely going to die again soon. At least I did that bit I couldn't do before, so we've made some progress. It may not feel like it, but we've made progress. No! Fuck. Oh, it's going to send me back too far, isn't it? Yep. Oh! I think that was dumb luck. I don't think we're going to do that again. This is definitely the game that makes me feel like I suck at video games. Could this ice stage be revenge for Fat Man and Little Boy? Fuck me. That's dark. But yes, it could be, and it is. Straight over. Oh, this is irritatingly precise. I feel like continuing to attempt this level is a kind of Stockholm syndrome. You know, I know it's just going to make me suffer, but I keep going back. So, you know. It's a toxic relationship is what I'm getting at between me and this game. This level in particular. That's, like, look how precise that is. There's a log that you have to jump at the right time because it drops down. You have to wait till it drops down a little bit so you can actually jump because there are spikes above you. There's also a spike ball rising up beneath you. So you've genuinely got a split second to get it right. Honestly, if the kid from Blood Whistle had played this, he would have killed himself a lot sooner. He's talking about wretched abominations of dejection and all this stuff. This game is what he was talking about, or should have been. The Talmud's Adventure Creepypasta. It's not even a hack or haunted, it's literally just the game as is, as it retailed. Why did games of this era only have one hit point? I guess it was just like, you know, that's where the skill is supposed to lie. That you can do it all without getting hit. But at least games like Contra, when you get hit, you respawn where you were hit. And that game, challenging as it was, rarely felt cheap. And there were moments where it felt cheap, but for the best of my memory, particularly like playing the one on the SNES, it felt like I usually deserved to get blown up when I did. And when I beat a boss without taking a hit, it always felt like I'd accomplished something. Like, yes, that was skill that got me here, but I don't feel particularly skillful at this. I'm just sort of memorizing patterns, and even then it's so fucking precise. Like that, it's so fucking precise that slightly too much to the left or too much to the right, you get hit anyway. This game is a ring toss, and you are Mike Dawson. Would anyone like me to change game? Is that appealing to anyone? The protagonist is a boy. It's Prince Talnet is his name. I just really want to see Cove get past this level. You won't. You absolutely will not see me get... Do you see what I mean? Like, because I've gotten to that point now where I'm frustrated, and it's actually making me play slightly worse than I was before. So, yeah, I don't see much point in me continuing to play this. So, bloody... What games have I got? Suppose I haven't set the controller up for this. Blake Custer's Revenge. I actually do have one Scooby-Doo game, but it's not very good. I would actually play it on stream, but it's shite. One of my favourite games on Master System, most of the games I have on emulator, I have cartridges for as well. One of my favourite games on Master System is Rainbow Islands, but for whatever reason, the ROM doesn't work very well. It lags to shit and has horrendous frame rate issues. It's a shame, because I do rather like that game. I'd love to play it on stream, but the ROM is just garbage. Oh, Castlevania 64. What an underrated masterpiece. Too bad it sucks. Okay. I'm trying to remember the route for this now. Music's good in this game. Don't know if you can hear it. Fucking good though. I'm going to go a different way this time. So I went right last time. Let's go left. See if that's the... Yeah, it's left. Okay, cool. I need a key. Did they ever make any games for the live-action Scooby-Doo movies? I don't believe they did. And now I'm in a spaceship. Because doesn't your castle have the bridge of the Enterprise on it? I feel like the live-action Scooby-Doo games are exactly the type of... Oh yeah, with the up directional button doesn't work very well on this controller. So going through doors is a pain in the ass. They seem like the kind of games that would have licensed games on Game Boy Advance. Now, Game Boy Advance is not a bad console by any means, but it has a shit ton of bad licensed games. Not quite as many as PS2, but there's a certain type of bad licensed game that was on Game Boy Advance. And I feel like if they made any live-action Scooby-Doo games, it would be for that. For that system. I'm not really paying attention to this fight. I should really, because I'm getting creamed. I'd like to make a game based on One Night in Horrorland from Goosebumps. I think that'd be fun. You know, continuing with the sort of theme that we had going on earlier on Talmad's Adventure of like theme parks and adventure parks and that sort of thing. Good call, Cope. Do you ever do a collab with Cold Raven? I'm afraid I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I haven't done a collab in so long. I'd love to do another one with someone, but it's finding the time when everyone's free, isn't it? We recorded a Patreon episode about Crewbuster ages ago. Unfortunately, our Patreon sound was horrendous. So I'm still going to use it because it's a Patreon one, but I haven't had time to edit it. It's just been sat on my hard drive. Quite dramatic, isn't it? I met a really nice YouTuber. I didn't know who they were. But I found out about the YouTube channel through meeting them. Does anyone, if anyone's into swords and combat and stuff, so obviously it was on the combat course. I met somebody called Jill Bearup, who's an Irish YouTuber who does videos about sword fighting in movies. Very nice young lady, very talented, and very chatty. You know, good company to keep, really. You know, she was in the advanced class, so we only really talked at sort of lunch and stuff. But lovely person to chat to, full of good advice and good energy. You know. Very nice young lady. So if anyone's familiar with her content, I can tell you from experience. She's a very nice lady. Lovely. An extra heart there. Igor board, thank you again for the $5. Thank you, my personal patron of the arts at this point. You've gone from a game where everything instantly murders you to a game where Mechagodzilla can stomp on your face 4 times and you walk it off. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can definitely tell, can't you, where what the frustration has led me to. Oh, I've nearly got enough gold to buy a shield. Very nice and talented young lady. Simp! Yeah, I do be simping though. I didn't know the dragon could swim, that's cool. Forgive me for simping. Oh, the music here is lovely. Oh, fuck me, I'm back here. Alright, well, yeah, let's, at least I know where I'm going, so. Oh, Mario Kart DS is a great game. I mean, if you guys can hear the music, I'm a big fan of it. Aha! Simpin, are ye? Such a classic video. So happy with that. Genuinely, I think it's one of the funniest things on the channel. It's so simple and does exactly what it sets out to do, you know, to achieve. Right. Cool. I don't know if that's something the extreme cinema. I don't know if that's something that, you know, would kind of gel with what we do on the channel, but I'll check him out. See if his stuff's any good. Can't swim up there yet. Need to. I think it's. I always call him Mermaid Man. I can't remember what the actual character is called that you transform into that can swim. Fuck. I don't know if I'd say that Mario Kart this is the best Mario Kart game, but it is very good. Oh, bollocks! Oh, crap. I'm getting absolutely fucking rinsed. I know that Cloud's got sunglasses on. He's too cool for me. Yeah, that's her, Jill Barra. A very, very nice young lady. Definitely recommend her content. But yeah, we got on very well. Like I say, we didn't have any classes together. She was in advanced, and I was in standard. But definitely someone I got on very well with, and somebody I would. Because so often with these things, you know, these YouTube types, you know, you never know who's nice and who's a dick, and so especially when they're quite popular. So that's somebody I can attest to being very nice. All right, where's that guy that was selling shields? I don't know if the dragon can have a shield or not. I think it's probably for someone else, but we'll see. Oh yep, I can equip Mithril shield. Cool. My DP going up. Oh, I'm getting kind of tired, guys. I might wrap this up in a minute. Definitely need another elixir. So I'm just gonna get fucking mullered again. Okay. These crabs are my number one enemy, absolutely. Let me quick on the jaw. Fucking shooting these guys, and I'm just not. Drain your health. But at least you have multiple hit points in this game. I think we immediately prefer it to Thomas Adventure. Somebody give me heart. I could really use one. I could really use a wish right now. So, I've had an issue lately with the Ghost... Well, not lately, but like last year. The Ghostbusters game on Mega Drive. Because... This is a Master System game, but the Ghostbusters game on Mega Drive. Because every time I try to play it, there's a ladder that's meant to trigger when you defeat all the mini-bosses in this one level. And it won't. It just won't trigger. But no matter what I do, it just isn't happening. Oh, I can't figure what the hell happened. Alright. More simp than shaking my head. Simping ain't easy, my guy. If it was, we'd all be simps like me. Fuck! Yeah. Alright, let's place it on there, I think. I don't know if I can wear armor. I can wear a shield though. Yep, great. Okay, so I've been upgraded a little bit, but still we need a cure, don't we? Get some of our health back. We got 2 hearts so far. No, that's where you go to get your password. Okay, I'm not going to use passwords because they're a pain in the ass. We need save states instead. Good, but raining on my parade. Try and get an early night tonight. You know, I've been working quite hard lately, so definitely going to try and get an early night. What do you folks listen to when you can't get to sleep? So I've been curious about this. So my mum listens to rain sounds and ambience. I like the water, so I try to find like sounds of like the ocean or sounds of being on a ship, sort of creaking wood and stuff like that. But I also quite like just listening to music as well, but nothing too musical. Things that are quite sort of atonal and ambient. Eye patch pig. What will he sell? SCP. Bob Ross. I've always found Bob Ross a little frustrating. I really like his painting show, but things always come before but when I'm being nice. But I don't like that it's presented in such a way that I should be able to paint along with it. Like, yes, you too could paint absolute fucking masterpieces, and like I just can't. If I try to paint along with Bob Ross, it's frustrating how bad it looks. That's the only thing I don't like about the Bob Ross stuff, but other than that, I really like him. Yeah, I can't really listen. Like, I can't really put on a TV show that I really like. Gemma likes to watch TV in bed, and it's not. I can't really be doing with it. Like, unless I'll put on a TV show because I want to stay awake, so I've got to stay up for some reason. But I'm in bed. But yeah, I can't really watch a TV show to fall asleep. But I might listen to something sort of ambient. Somebody on my boat told me I should do bedtime stories. Speaking of sleeping stuff, so I might do a second channel. I won't, but I should. Yeah, if I try to paint along with Bob Ross, I feel like a total fucking failure. Open the door! I hate this directional button. It's so broken. Okay, there's different ones to choose from. Let's go to the far left. Oh, a treasure chest. A key, that could be of some use to me. I can't afford that. I certainly can't afford that. Alright, have we... fuck's sake. Did we see anywhere with a key? That needs a key. There was one, wasn't there, actually, in the town, so we could try there. I don't know if specific keys open specific doors or whether you just need the appropriate number of keys to open them, like in Legend of Zelda. I can't remember. But there is a door that requires a key here, so let's go and find out if this is the right key. Yep, I think it's just any key will open any locked door in this game. Wow, okay, I'm up in the sky apparently. Oh, this music's nice too. I know, my nemesis has returned. All these magic spells, I'm not quite sure how to use them. Not to get political, but Wednesday. Yeah, I should not be here. This is definitely not the right part of the game for me. That guy took a lot of hits. Sure, I could go left when I go up there, actually. So I've unlocked this door now. I might as well try and do something up here. But I definitely can't go right. It's too dangerous. So let's find out what's to the left, if anything. Okay, that's death there, but once... Alright, let's see if there's anything up there we can do. Oh, I know where I mean to the left. I meant where the desert was. There was a desert up there, and it seemed quite open. So we're going to go left to the desert. If that takes us anywhere slightly easier to visit. Yeah, I think I do all right at bedtime stories, you know, because I think I've quite a good reading voice. I'm doing back creepypasta for years, so. Oops. He does blend in with the background a little bit. It's annoying. Obviously, there's only a finite amount of cards you can have on Master System. I get that. At least we're getting that bank up here. Oh, I can definitely see myself getting caught in a loop here. Oh no. Well, I definitely think this was the right way to go, though. To the left rather than to the right. Because the enemies here are... Yep. Fuck me. This is a little frustrating. But it's mostly frustrating because it's not broken or overly cruel. Just being silly. Not sure what that was I just collected. Man, I'm getting the absolute shit out of me here. God, I'm so bad at this. Oh, come on, I'm flashing! Surely that means I have post-damage and vulnerability. Fuck you, I'm getting around. God, I hate game theory so much. Oh, will you go away? Interweb is an inexcusable word. Okay, that's fine, McAfee. Go away. You are dead now. McAfee man. You were murdered. I mean, you killed yourself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Alright, folks. I'm going to call it